How was your 2025? Do you feel there's room for growth? There's always room for improvement. I mean, who wouldn't want a better life? A prosperous, harmonious, peaceful, joyful, living to your fullest potential? Well, guess what? I got your back. Today, we're going to start that process. Today, we're going to start the first series of an 8-part series called New Year, New You. Over the 8 series, we're going to focus on reflection, self-awareness, and inner work practices. We're going to start off by working through a workbook where we reflect on the past year, gain clarity, and finish off the series by going back to the workbook to move into goal setting and action planning to set yourself up for success for the new year. End of the year is one of my most favorite times of the year because things tend to slow down and it creates this perfect opportunity to reflect on the past year, to set myself up for a better, mindful, and intentional year. Even if I had an absolutely fantastic year, I believe that there's always room for improvement. We could easily get distracted by the external noise. So these annual reviews, reflections, and then gaining clarity on my intention and being very mindful with everything that I do produces results that is aligned with my true authentic self. There's less of the exhaustive efforting, the overwhelm, struggling. Instead, things tend to flow. Okay, enough of the jibber jabber. Let's start the workbook. As we go through the workbook, I'll be showing the pages of the workbook on screen so you could just follow along using any piece of paper, notebook, or your computer. Here is the agenda, and today we are going to work on these highlighted portion. The rest we will come back to it at the end of the series. We're going to go over a series of questions to help you reflect on the past year. This part of the review is like a brain dump, so whatever comes to mind, just write it down. Don't think too hard, and then after we go through all the questions, we'll summarize it. I'm going to read off the questions as shown in the workbook, and you could just hit pause to write down the answer and then come back again when you're ready to move on to the next question. How was your 2025? First question is, what are the highlights of the year and most memorable moments? Go ahead and hit pause to write them down and come back when you're ready for the next question. Next question is, what are the things that spark joy? Hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next question. Next question is, list the things and or events that you found most meaningful. Go ahead and hit pause to write them down and come back when you're ready for the next question. Next question is, what went well and what didn't? Hit pause to write down your answers and come back when you're ready for the next question. Next question is, what did you accomplish in the last year? Go ahead and hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next one. Next question is, how much of your goal did you accomplish? Go ahead and hit pause and come back when you're ready for the next question. Next question is, what didn't you accomplish and why didn't you accomplish the things you wanted? Hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next question. Next question is, what did you do that allowed you to accomplish the things you wanted to accomplish? Go and hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next one. Next question is, what did you wish you did differently? Go ahead and hit pause and come back when you're ready for the next question. Next question is, what did you struggle with most? Go ahead and hit pause and come back when you're ready for the next question. Next question is, what was the easiest to accomplish? Go ahead and hit pause, write down the answer, come back when you're ready for the next one. Next question is, did you notice different or new results? What did you do to make that possible and why do you think that was possible? Go ahead and hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next one. Next question is, what or which area of life could use the most improvement? Go ahead and hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next one. And the last one is to write down big ahas, realizations, life lessons, self-reflections, inner progress, etc. from 2025. Go ahead and hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next part. This is just a list of questions that we went over. If you want to screenshot it and then to spend more time on it, you could go ahead and do that. We just did a brain dump session where we just wrote down whatever that came to mind. And now this part is going to be where you are going to clearly list off your highlights and accomplishments, misses and room for improvement, the most meaningful moments, challenges and struggles, and then the takeaways and lesson learned. Go ahead and hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next part. Now that we have done the reflection and review the past year, we're going to be shifting into the present. Next part is we write down the feelings we want to feel: love, happiness, abundance, fulfillment, peace, so forth, whatever feelings that you want to feel. Go ahead and hit pause to write down the answer and come back when you're ready for the next part. The next part is the why and the code. This is another brain dump, so you're going to write down everything that comes to mind. The first part is, what is your why? Explore the deeper purpose or motivation behind what you do, the core reason you pursue certain goals, take certain actions, or live in a particular way. Go ahead and pause the video to write down your answers and come back when you're ready for the next part. The next part is, what is your code? Code is a guide or roadmap for how you approach life, good or bad. It articulates what is important to you and represents what you stand for and what you don't stand for. Again, write down everything that comes to mind. Go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're ready for the next part. The next part is filling out the wheel of life. On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you in each of these areas of your life? There's 10 areas of your life. You'll see here there's numbers, and center is going to be 0, and then the outer edge will be 10. So not satisfied at all would be 0, and very satisfied would be 10. And it will look kind of like this right here. Zoom that in. So you would put, let's say your finances, you felt like 5, you mark it right here, and you could write 5 right here like this. Go ahead and pause the video to fill that out and come back when you're ready for the next part. Next part is choose 1 to 3 categories that would create most significant and positive impact in your life if improved. Rank them in order of most significant impact. For example, let's say you rated most areas of life pretty decent or good, but finances, you struggled a lot last year and you ended up getting into debt, which created a lot of stress. And then let's say physical health, you got sick a lot, and so you missed out on a lot of fun social events, or your work output wasn't as good as it could be. You realize what a significant role being healthy and feeling good plays into enjoying your day-to-day life. And let's just say intimate relationship, you and your romantic partner, you got in a lot of fights, a lot of arguments, and that caused you a lot of stress. So those 3 might be areas where if there's improvement, it would create most positive impact, since those are the ones that's creating the most stress. And then you would categorize them in the order of which you think, if it improved, that would bring you the most positive impact in your life. Go ahead and hit pause to think about it and fill that out, and then come back when you're ready for the next part. The next part is we're going to do more brain dump. We're going to write down everything you desire or envision for your life. Then group together the similar topics and circle the most desired or most important. So right here, just write everything down, just whatever you could think of. You may want a romantic partner. You may want to get a promotion at your job. You may want to get into the college of your dreams. You see yourself starting a new business. You envision breaking the 1 million or 10 million revenue goal. Whatever it is, just write everything down that comes to mind. Go ahead and hit pause to write everything down, and then come back when you're ready to move to the next. Now we're on the last exercise for the first part of the workbook. We're going to take the desires from the brain dump that we just did. You circled the most desired or important. You're going to take those, and then you're going to write down in order of importance or priority on this sheet. Go ahead and pause to fill that out. and come back when you're done. All right, you finished the first part of the workbook. Congratulations. We just went over questions to help us reflect on the past year. And then we shifted into the present where we focused on feelings we want to feel and desires and visions that we have for our life. We're going to stop here for the workbook exercises, and then we'll come back to at the end of the series by further working on clarity, then moving on to goal setting and action planning. One more question for you. What was the biggest takeaway from the exercises? What did you notice? What did you learn? Was there some sort of aha moment? Did you notice some patterns that you never recognized? Did you gain any clarity? Share your realizations or your findings in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, it would be so meaningful if you could like, subscribe, or share so others on a similar journey can benefit from it, and also so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for being on your inner work journey. Hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. Sending you love and light. See you in the next video. Bye.